Hello guys, and welcome here to the Carvana Wildcard Series. This is race number 10 here today from the Watkins Glen International Raceway. I am Brian James here. For those who don't already know, if you follow the Discord, if you follow our Facebook, if you don't, I'd suggest you do so. But if you did, maybe you made it, maybe you didn't. We live streamed this race on Sunday night. So essentially this is a re-recording of the same race that you might have saw on Sunday night. If you didn't see it, welcome, this is your first time. If you did see it, please, I ask you keep your mouth shut. You already know what happened in this race. You don't even need to watch it. I don't know why you're here. Unless you just want to keep watching races because you love it so much, or just to remember what happened, then hey, welcome back. But anyway, starting on the pole today will be Johnny Gardner in that number 7. To his outside will be Brandon Parker. Again, I stress this is a race that was live streamed on Facebook Live on Sunday, which is why many of you didn't see it. But because you didn't see it, I'm uploading it here today. Some of the images you will see, or you already saw from your starting lineup, I had to take them from the live stream because fraps would not work in our favor. So, unfortunately, gotta do what you gotta do, I guess, to get the lineup and results. So, anyway, Brandon Parker, keep in mind, this is 5 races until the Carvana Wildcard Series playoffs after today. We go to Canadian Tire next, we go to Darlington after that. So a lot is at stake here today at Watkins Glen. Maybe some guys at the bottom of the standings looking to move up. Some guys at the top of the standings looking to solidify their chance for running for the Carvana Wildcard Series regular season championship, which is still very much up for grabs. Will someone pull ahead today in that? Will Crystal Saleo pull ahead in that, coming into this with the point lead? Much can happen. We're going to find out in just a moment. This is Watkins Glen. This is the Carvana Wildcard Series. Before we get going, let's roll the intro. Through turn 4. It's going to be a drag race to the line. We're going down the front stretch. The 96 wins the race at Coda. Here we go. They make their way through the final 2 turns here, and the pace car will peel off. It'll be Johnny Gardner and Brandon Parker. They will lead us to the green flag as we get underway at Watkins Glen. Down into turn 1, Johnny Gardner has a distinctive advantage, but Brandon Parker is battling back to the outside as we go through the S's. This is not a place to be double wide battling for the position, but Brandon Parker will come out on top in that battle. As we go into the bus stop, keep in mind they will reach speeds of upwards of 180 miles an hour. And you want to hit all those bumps as you go through there. Get on the brakes. Now we enter the carousel. They want to carry as much speed as they can, but obviously it is not a tough right-hander going through the carousel that you have to make. You can lean up a little bit because you're going into the boot. And now they make their way through the boot. A lot of uphill and downhill braking they will experience. It is tough on the brakes through here. It is also kind of a narrow portion of the track. Keep in mind, one little mistake, you could end up in the dirt, and you see how wide these guys are running coming out of the boot here. And the final portions of the boot. And now they'll come back onto the main course. This is the course, by the way, that is run for the Salem 6 hours at the Glen. It has been rumored for many years that the NASCAR Cup Series would consider running this version of the track. It has not happened. I'm sure a lot of fans would love to see the boot be run at the NASCAR Cup level. Meanwhile, I just took you a lap through the track as Brandon Parker leads the opening lap. And we go through the S's. Look at the gap he's got. He's got about a 0.6 of a second lead. But it is all single file behind. Obviously not many passing zones here. This happened in a test race I did to test our live stream equipment. A lot of single file, a lot of follow the leader. But in the end, it was a good race. I won't tell you who won, because the person who won might get a little upset. And say, you know, if they didn't win this race, they'll be upset and be like, really, that had to be the test race? Anyway, Johnny Gardner is tracking down your race leader here. As we go through the boot. You see Johnny Gardner's doing everything he can, but he can't really get much closer. And you couldn't drive any more aggressive if you wanted to. Gardner's trying to catch Brandon Parker. He just can't quite do it. As we exit the boot and head toward what would be turns 6 and 7 on the normal track. Now we will come to complete lap number 3. Keep in mind, once again, after this we go to Darlington for a Sunday night race. Unfortunately, if we decide to do another live stream, it will not be tomorrow night. That'll be, though, at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. Then on next Saturday, I haven't decided what time yet as of Sunday night. The 5th here, I haven't decided, but we'll have a race at Canadian Tire. So we will head north of the border here. And you see there, Johnny Gardner is able to make up so much time through the bus stop and the carousel. That is definitely his portion of the track, where he is stronger than the 18. But you can tell, though, once he gets to the boot here, he just can't do as much. And he's trying so hard to track down that 18 and make something happen. A Cup veteran and a Series rookie battling it out. And keep in mind, Johnny Gardner has had a just a horrendous start to the season. For him to be running up front, to be running top 5, even if he doesn't come out with a win today, this is impressive for this team. This is momentum building. They may not make the playoffs, and they are far from it. Like, they would need, in my opinion, I think they need way too much to go their way. But they have had a horrendous 9 races to this point. For them to be even running second right now, I think is a testament to how hard this team is working. And you see there, he closes the gap just a little bit more, but it's still 3 quarters of a second between him and that 18. He is working hard. Mike Irwin is back there. Don't rule out Mike Irwin yet. He's in third and running pretty strong. As we'll make our way back down to the bus stop chicane. Once again, you want to hit those 4 bumps, the one on entry, the 2 on the bottom lane in the bus stop part, and then the bump on exit. You want to try to hit. But you don't want to just like drive straight up into it. You want to hit it. Kind of like that. You know, get 2 tires on it. You know, you want to try your best to do that. And you see, though, Johnny Gardner appears to have stalled out. He just can't make up the ground on Brandon Parker. And he gets, like, within a car length, and that's about all he can do. He runs it a little wide there compared to Parker. That should tell you how hard he's racing, because he wants this. He wants more. But he just can't get it. We will come to 5 laps to go here on NCN, or GCN rather. A little bit of a delay there on our scoring, but hey. Anyway, Parker will make his way through the S's. You see there, Johnny Gardner's now almost 0.6 of a second back. He's slowly eating away. But eating away only a 1/10 a lap. That's not going to be enough as Brandon Parker is blown up. We head to the bus stop. Could this bring out a caution? See, Johnny Gardner's now your race leader. Just when you thought the 18 had it. And the caution is out as the 18 had to stop on the course. Just when you thought Brandon Parker had this one in the bag. An unfortunate turn of events has taken his shot at a win away. And this opens an opportunity has come knocking for Johnny Gardner. As we exit the boot, Mike Irwin is now trying to chase him down as they race back to the caution. What a lucky break for Johnny Gardner with 4 laps of racing to go and an unfortunate turn of events for that 18. Just when you thought they had this win in the bag, the engine lets loose. But good news for them, they've led enough laps. I believe they've led the most to this point. So that should help them. But in the meantime, let's go see what happened. Correction, we won't do that. Instead, we'll take you to pit stops. You see Johnny Gardner leads them on to the pit lane. And there goes Brandon Parker. It looks like he is done for the day. Oh, the 00 and the 10 fake out the leaders. So Audra Baranowskis will become the race leader here as the rest of the leaders are pitting. As you see the rest of the cars come off the pit lane, let's take you back to the green flag. You are watching the Carvana Wildcard Series here on GCN. We'll be right back. Welcome back. Audra Baranowskis capitalizes on pitting a lap sooner. So the short pit will help them get the advantage. Sorry, I thought that's the best frames I've had all day, so I thought maybe something was wrong there. Yeah, Audra Baranowskis will lead us back to the green. You see Brandon Parker, he is done for the day. So it'll be Audra Baranowskis, Anthony Logan, Johnny Gardner, Mike Irwin, and Anthony Logan. Then it'll be Mitchell Collins, Rob Evans, Jacob Dillons as we're back underway. Back up front, the 10 gets a good launch, but the 00 stays there. And the 7, with 2 laps to go, this is a green-white checkered, by the way, as we head up through the S's. Johnny Gardner has a lap fresher tires. I don't know if that's going to make a difference, but you can tell he's getting right up on the bumper of that 7, or the 00 rather, and the 00 staying within a car length of the 10. Will we see a little bit more follow the leader, or will someone finally decide to make a pass? As we race on through the boot. And downhill, and they'll break here. And you see the 10 just gets a little bit of an advantage. So definitely the clean air is the key to getting around here. Because look at just how well that 10 is handling. Keep in mind, Audra Baranowskis last season here in the Carvana wildcard side of things, not her best effort. But over on the Jello Cup side, she ran very well with the Hendrick Motorsports gang. Did very well. Oh, Johnny Gardner's pitting again. So are a bunch of the leaders. Oh, some guys tried to pit and didn't make it. Daniel Voiles crashes. The caution is out. And pit road is blocked. Daniel Voiles, that is a tough break. See the rest of the leaders there. And the 91 is slow coming out of the boot. I don't know if he's going to make it back to the pit lane. He is coasting. But they pitted under that last caution. I'm wondering if they put fuel in it, or maybe there's a fuel pump issue. Either way, not good. The ruling is the 2 leaders took the white flag before the caution came out, so this is the battle for the win as we go through the boot here. Audra Baranowskis, the leader right now. Like I said, Audra Baranowskis, not her best season last year here in Carvana, obviously. I mean, Tim Horton was the eventual champ. She did make the playoffs in Cup. Did pretty solid there. Didn't win a championship, though. But definitely the Cup side was her strong suit last year. As we go through what would be turn 6 and 7 on the normal course that NASCAR runs. And she's not going to have a challenge behind her. And you see the 91 there, he's going to just, I don't think he's going to make it. But Audra Baranowskis will win at Watkins Glen. And the 00's efforts fall just short. Johnny Gardner's efforts fall slightly short today. That is a tough break for Johnny Gardner. Anyway, we didn't need a replay of the last caution as we saw Brandon Parker just stopped on the track, and that's what brought out the full course caution. Now we'll show you what happened to bring out the full course caution here with Daniel Voiles. So we'll be back in just a moment to show you a replay of that. Overall, it looks like just a lack of communication. Look at this. He's going to try and stay out, and then I think his crew chief was just like, No, 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 you're not staying out. We need to pit. And look at that. He goes under the bridge. You can't see that part. Trying to come to the pit lane, but he smacks the pit wall because he just couldn't get down the speed in time. And that's the point when you tell your crew chief, I can't make it. So this 38 team's going to have a little bit of communication stuff to work on in the coming week here. Unfortunate for Daniel Voiles. But congratulations to Audra Baranowskis. We want to thank you for watching. Here come your results and standings, and we will see you for race number 11 at Darlington. Goodbye, everyone.